and welcome to this edition of Farmer Greg's Show. And today we're back on here, and I guess you can tell by looking, I am not doing pellets. Change of plans. This is the first in several installments, I should say, that are going to be. I'm going to be testing something out with these grass fields. Let me go in here and show you what I'm going to look at here. If you see where it says grass down there, the growth of grass. Well, if you look at that, and this is what I'm going to be testing out. You can harvest, grass grows and it can be harvested year round just about if it's in the in a harvesting stage. But grass stops growing in November. You see right there, if you follow it across, in November it stops growing. Now, so, and I was thinking I was going to do pellets, but you see it says on the right of the screen there, under field info, ready to harvest. But you know me, if you've watched any of my previous episodes, you know I don't normally harvest grass when it's like this. I wait till it has got a little bit of a yellow tint on top, because the yield is better then, at its best, or highest. Anyway, there's those wage payments. I hope they get rid of those on the next version of the game. Anyway, so I was looking at this today earlier, and I was thinking, okay, there's two ways to do this harvesting wise. Let's go back and look at go back and look at the growth chart. There's two ways to go about harvesting this grass in these fields. Based on right now in May, you could harvest, if you want to do what I would call a partial yield, or not a full capacity yield, with it yellow on top. Obviously it's not yellow on top. You could harvest it now, which is what I'm doing. I've already made that choice, obviously, you can see. And initially I'll show you what I was going to use to harvest it with, and I did try it and it did not work. This thing right here with that head, it did not want to pick up that windrow. So just for your information, now I have used that corn head to cut corn with. It works pretty good on corn, but this here does not work when you're using this slother. See how big that windrow is there? It will not pick it up, but this wagon here picks it up fine. This wagon is, let me show you what it is. It's a forage wagon under the TARDIS pack. Holds 125,000 liters or tons, so only needs 60 horsepower to run, and that's why I got my little Massey, my little 698 Massey turbo with 90-something horsepower hooked up to it. I'm going to pick it up that way. But getting back to what I was talking about, let's go back to here we go. Right now, so if you look at that, the months across the top, if you harvest now, which is May, then in the month of June, 1st of June, the new growth will be back up. You'll fertilize, then you can harvest again in July, September, that's 3, and then November would be the last. That is 4. They're not 100% full yields, but they're about I just call them partial yield, have 4 partial yield harvests of grass. But if I had not decided to do it this way, if I decided to wait till June to harvest, which would have been a full yield in June, then July would have been fertilization, August would have been nothing, then you would harvest another full yield in September, fertilization in October, and then you would have had to have used a partial in November. That would have only been 2 fulls and 1 partial. So And that's one way to go. My question that I had is which yields more? Just because the way I'm doing it now, I wound up yielding, harvesting grass 4 times, doesn't mean I'm going to get more than I will the other way. We're going to see if that full yield makes that big a difference or not. And then on each field and totaling. And this is the first in a installment of videos of that. This is, I would say, test or stage one of doing that. So, and that's what I'm endeavoring to do here. I want to find out which, and I got my lime truck sitting here. So when I get through, I'm gonna go ahead and throw lime on it. It needs about 65 fertilizer, and I will do that in June. This was fertilized. Now, I didn't fertilize it. I'll be honest with you. Remember when I told you I had made that boo-boo and had accidentally sold the main farm? All of these fields got sold after I planted them, and they needed fertilizing. When I bought them back, it glitched and fertilized them for me somehow. So I don't know what happened there. Anyway, the map done that. Anyway, so this is where I'm at right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut this from. I'm gonna turn and go down the middle here. I'm gonna split it, and I'm gonna that trailer holds 125,000 liters or 125 metric tons. That's another thing I hope the new game does. It has it where we can do bushels and pounds instead of metric tons and liters. Whoop, I didn't put the head down. It ain't gonna cut if I don't put the head down. I knew I picked it up too soon. Help speed this up, I'm gonna do it like this so we can get to picking up. Won't take long to pick this up once I get it cut, because I can go pretty fast with that. I've used that loader wagon, that modded loader wagon, pretty doggone good. I'm gonna go down here and go up the end now. Oh, I forgot to drop the deck. I thought it was up. Drop the head, I mean. Picked it up too soon. If I can get all this in one pass. Gonna try. Nope, I need to back up and catch that. All right. Heading over here to field 2, which will be over here by this house, and then I'll come back, get on that tractor and pick up the grass, and hay rather. And it won't take long because that thing, I can go wide open with that. And run back up here now. I'm still in early May, but that's why I hadn't fast forwarded, because I was trying to decide whether to get this up. Here we go. Let's swing around and do this. This is a good tractor, y'all. It's a modded Massey, and I love it. 92 horsepower. Already 88,000. $10,000. I suspect 15 or 16,000 probably out of this field would be my guess. maybe closer to 20, I don't know. And it's already at 15. We're middle of the ways to field. Might be a little over 20. Yep, we're at 20 now. Gonna be about 40,000, looks like. More than I thought it was gonna be. And it's not a full yield, a full harvest. It's not. It wasn't yellow on top. We're almost 30,000 now. Might be a little over 40. We'll see. It's gonna be. Let me swing around. Got 2 more rows over there and I'll be done with this field. I have to lime it and I'll be through with it. I'm gonna go up the end over here now. We're at 36 right now. Probably gonna be 40 or a little over. Wow, I'm impressed. And that was not full harvest, I don't believe. Won't know till I harvest it next season at full harvest. We'll see. $43,497. I did get it all, didn't I? Yep. And I'll hit that field with the lime and move along then. I'm gonna park this over there. I can feed this loose stuff to the cows. I can sell it too, so it doesn't really matter. I can turn it into pellets. So what's in that? 434,000. Let me write that down. Field 1, 43,000. 497. Off of that field. All right. So far, so good on that deal. Let me jump out of here and get this lime now. Won't take me long. This thing does 50 meters at a time. I'm going to show you. Watch this. I'm going to just about cover this whole field in one pass. My policy is to lime after, if you're playing with precision farming, lime after every time you harvest, whether it really needs it or not, because you'll use less there and save money. If you wait till it desperately needs it, you're going to use more and cost you more money. I'm not mulching it or anything like that. Make sure now, don't have to plow that. Nah, it's ready. All I gotta do now is fertilize it. Let me see. Yeah, see, it'll need some fertilizer. You only use 5% there on that field. All right, well, we have begun test 1, and we'll keep progressing along. Next episode, I'll probably have this test finished, and I'll give you the results from test 1. But y'all hang loose. Y'all know the drill. Till next episode, this is Farmer Greg saying, see ya.